Today we are putting Victor Wembanyama into the 90s. I've got rookie 19-year-old Victor Wembanyama. He just got drafted to the San Antonio Spurs. He is on a 4-year deal with the Spurs, and he has joined David Robinson. And I want to give a shout out to the person who commented for me to do this, Marionette9679. Thank you very much for the idea. If you guys have any ideas that you want me to do, be sure to leave it in a comment down below, and I'll be sure to get to it. But yeah, here's the squad for Wemby's first seasons and the first couple of seasons for him. We've got David Robinson, Victor Wembanyama, Terry Cummings, Sean Elliott, Willie Anderson, Antoine Carr, Rod Strickland. Here we go. It is November 1st, 1991. Let's go ahead and get right into year number one. Michael Jordan wins MVP in the 1991-1992 season, 29, 6.5, 6.2, 2.3 steals, and Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year for the Spurs, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.4 steals, 2.2 blocks. He also wins Sixth Man of the Year, and his teammate David Robinson wins Defensive Player of the Year. This team is going to be very good for the next few years. The Spurs were the 3 seed in Wemby's rookie season, and we face off against the 6-seeded Golden State Warriors. Let's get right into this first series as we take game one. 3-0 sweep, and just like that, we are through to the conference semis. I did actually forget there for a second that these series are going to be to 3 best-of-5 series rather than best-of-7. And the Lakers actually knock off 2-seeded Portland in round number 1, so we face the 7th seed in round number 2. Take the first 2. And we have swept our way to the conference finals, where we face off against the 4-seeded Seattle Supersonics, 3-seed and 4-seed in the West, 1-seed and 2-seed in the East. We split the first 2. 3-1. And we are through to the finals in Victor Wembanyama's rookie season, and we face off against the Knicks, who just knocked off the 1-seeded Chicago Bulls. We got a Knicks-Spurs finals, and can Wemby pick up ring number 1 in season number 1? They take the first game. They go up 2-0, 3-1. And they beat us in 5 games. Patrick Ewing and the Knicks absolutely dominate us in the finals, 23-11-1 for Patrick Ewing. Also 3.8 blocks per game. A tremendous rookie season for Victor Wembanyama. Let's get right into season number 2. And here is the squad for that second season. Wemby already up to a 93 overall. David Robinson also a 93. We've got the center duo. A couple of the guys around us also got up in overalls just a little bit. A very similar squad to last year by the looks of it. So let's see if we can get our revenge and take the championship here in year number 2. Clyde Drexler takes MVP in season number 2, 24, 7, and 6. Shaquille O'Neal, Rookie of the Year for the Philadelphia 76ers. Patrick Ewing takes Defensive Player of the Year away from David Robinson, 1 steal and 3.7 blocks a game for him. Victor Wembanyama has already made his first All-NBA appearance in year number 2. He is on the All-NBA second team, and the Spurs went down in seeding this year. We are the 4 seed this year, so a little bit of a drop-off for us, but nothing too crazy. We face off against the 5-seeded LA Lakers in round number 1 as we split the first 2, and we're down 2-1. Season on the line already. We made it to the finals just a season ago. Let's see if we can make it out of the first round. As we go to Game 5, it is time to hop into Simcast. Not enough from Wemby or David Robinson to knock off Magic Johnson. 20.7 rebounds, 13 assists for him, and we are out in the first round in year number 2. Hornets take the finals, sweeping the Jazz, led by Kendall Gill, who goes for 33, 4, and 4. 1.5 steals per game. He didn't hit a single three-pointer and still averaged 33. That is ridiculous. David Robinson has re-signed for year number 3. Wemby and David Robinson will be around for at least another 2 years. Wemby up to a 95 overall at the age of 21. David Robinson up to a 94. And once again, the rest of the squad very similar, at least in overall, to what the last couple of years have been. So it's going to be, once again, a carry job from Wemby and David Robinson. Let's see what they can do in year number 3. Victor Wembanyama gets his first career MVP in year number 3. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.7 steals, 2.9 blocks. Absolutely dominant. Chris Webber, Rookie of the Year. And Wemby gets his first Defensive Player of the Year too. 1.7 steals, 2.9 blocks, and his first ever first team All-NBA. He also led the Spurs to the first seed for the first time in the Sim. We face off against the 8-seeded Denver Nuggets here in round number 1, as we make quick work of them in 4 games, and we move on to face the 4-seeded Utah Jazz, who were in the finals just a year ago. Go up 2-0. And it is another dominant performance in the conference semifinals for us, as we now meet the MVP of last season, Clyde Drexler, here in the Western Conference Finals. They take game 1. They take game 2. We split the first 4. They take game 5. The road team has won every game so far. Can we keep that up and keep our season alive? Yes, we can. Our first game 7 of the sim in San Antonio against Portland. And it's another elimination game we are going to lose. Wemby only 12 points. David Robinson only 9 points. A horrible display from our top guys as we go down to the Blazers in 7 games. And the Blazers come back down 3-1 to knock off the champions from a year ago, the Charlotte Hornets. Clyde Drexler, finals MVP, 30 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and a block per game. Here's the squad for the 4th season of the sim. Victor Wembanyama in his final year with the Spurs on this contract. We will see at the end of the year if he resigns or if he heads somewhere else. Him and David Robinson still leading this team along. And once again, the squad around him remains very, very similar in terms of overall. Sean Elliott up to an 84 overall. We'll see if the 4th season can finally be the one where they get it done and win the finals. Victor Wembanyama goes back-to-back. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5 steals, 2.8 blocks for his 2nd consecutive MVP. Jason Kidd, Rookie of the Year, and David Robinson, Defensive Player of the Year. He takes over Victor Wembanyama and wins his own Defensive Player of the Year. Another first-team All-NBA for Wemby, and another 1 seed for the Spurs, who face off against the 8-seeded Utah Jazz here in the first round. And once again, we make quick work of the 8 seed, this time a 3-0 sweep, and we now face off against the 4-seeded Golden State Warriors. We take the first 2 games, 3-0, and it's a sweep. We are through to the conference finals without a loss, and we still haven't lost a single game in the conference semis this entire sim, and we get a chance at revenge against 2-seeded Portland. Split the first 2, 2-1, 3-1, and we are back in the finals, and we face off against the 2-seeded Philadelphia 76ers, who knocked off the Eastern Conference champions from the last 2 years, the Charlotte Hornets. 2-0 lead for the Sixers, 3-1. Gonna need a miracle to come back, and we don't get it done. Chris Webber, finals MVP 2011, 5 assists. And once again, the Spurs have a great regular season, but we just cannot get that championship. Now for the moment of truth. Is Victor Wembanyama still with the San Antonio Spurs? No, he is not. Let's find out where he's gone. Victor Wembanyama has joined Grant Hill and Christian Laettner in Dallas. A 3-year deal, $18 million, and he stays in the Western Conference, stays in the same division. Let's see if he finally can get that first ring with a new team here in year number 5. Chris Webber, MVP for the Philadelphia 76ers. Kevin Garnett, Rookie of the Year for the Indiana Pacers. And David Robinson, a Defensive Player of the Year, I believe his 3rd of the sim for the Spurs. The Dallas Mavericks are now the number 1 team in the Western Conference, whereas the San Antonio Spurs completely missed the playoffs. That is the Wemby effect in these sims. We face off once again against Denver in the first round, and we make quick work of them. It's another first round sweep for us, and we now enter the second round, where we have not lost a game in this entire sim. We've been to the second round 3 times. We have never lost here. And we finally lose our first game, as we actually had a little bit of a scare there. It was 2-2 in the series, and we now go to game 7. So we go from never losing a game in the conference semis to having a chance to blow a 2-0 lead in the conference semis. But the Mavericks were having none of that. A dominant performance against the Seattle Supersonics, led by Wemby's 46, 10 and 5, 4 steals, 4 blocks, 16 for 16 from the free throw line. My God. And we are back in the conference finals, where we face off against the 3-seeded Golden State Warriors. They go up 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, and we get eliminated. We continue to have great seasons, great playoff runs, but we just cannot cap them off. And it's the Warriors who sweep in the finals, once again led by Chris Webber, 26, 11 and 6, 1.5, 1.7. And 5 seasons in, still no ring for Victor Wembanyama. Here's the squad for year number 6. Allen Houston, Grant Hill, Muggsy Bogues, Derek Harper, Rick Fox, but unfortunately we did lose Christian Laettner. We actually have a quite young team around Wemby, who is still only 24 years old. He has got a very long career still ahead of him. Can we finally get that elusive ring here in year number 6? Chris Webber, MVP, 27, 13, and 6, 1.3 steals, 1.5 blocks. He's the most dominant player in the league. Rookie of the Year, Allen Iverson for the Milwaukee Bucks, and Defensive Player of the Year is once again David Robinson. And once again, we are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, and we face off against the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama's first team. Can he dominate them here in round number 1? He absolutely can. We sweep our way past the Defensive Player of the Year led San Antonio Spurs, and we face off against the 4-seeded Golden State Warriors. Go up 2-0. And we are through in 5 games, and we face off once again against the Denver Nuggets. We just cannot avoid them in the playoffs. They're up to a 3 seed this time as we go up 2-0. 3-1, 3-3. Oh, do not blow a 3-1 lead, dude. Here we go. Game 7. Denver's up 2 with the ball. We're going to have to foul when they inbound here, and we do. Just gotta hope he misses a free throw as he sinks the first. Second one is up and also good. Gonna need a very fast 3 as Muggsy's taking it up, the little man. We gotta get a shot up. We're taking too long. It's Grant Hill for 3. Bang! Grant Hill hits it! Oh my gosh. 112, 111. We're gonna have to foul again, but we now have a chance. First free throw up, and it is good. Second free throw, Doug Christie hits them both. No timeouts. Need a 3 to tie. 8 seconds on the clock. Muggsy, it's Grant Hill again. No good. Victor Wembanyama, 28, 8, and 5. Just an all-around team effort from the Nuggets to knock us off there. And the Dallas Mavericks have been eliminated. And Philly does it again, of course, led by Chris Webber. 28, 12, and 8, 2 steals, 1.2 blocks per game. Here's the squad for year number 7, and again, potentially Victor Wembanyama's last season with the team. This time, it's the Dallas Mavericks, up to a 96 overall at the age of 25. We've got 5 80 pluses. We were just 1 win away from the finals a season ago. Can this finally be the year that we get over the hump? Chris Webber, another MVP, 29, 12, 7, 1.2, 1.6. He just cannot be stopped. Tim Duncan, Rookie of the Year for the Nets, and Alonzo Mourning, Defensive Player of the Year for the Minnesota Timberwolves. For our Dallas Mavericks, we are the 2 seed. Another very, very good regular season, but that does not matter. We need Wemby to get his first ring. It has been too long. As we go up 2-0, and we sweep our way through to the second round where we get another matchup with Denver. We just cannot avoid them. Can we get our revenge and go to yet another Western Conference Finals? And we are dominant. We are through to the conference finals where we face off against the Seattle Supersonics. Can we finally get back to the finals? We split the first 4 games. We got game 5, 1 win away from the finals. Oh my God, we've got another game 7 in the conference finals. 98-98, 35 seconds remain. A chance to face off against Philly in the finals on the line. Kemp inside, fouled, doesn't get it to go, but he will have 2 free throws. MVP chance as he hits number 1. Second one is also good. We take a timeout. Here we go, 28 seconds remain. Get the ball into Wemby. Wemby driving in, pull up midi. Missed it, it rims out. And we have to foul. Pack at the line, and he sinks the first. He hits them both. Muggsy brings it up the court. We need a quick bucket here, probably a 3. As it kicks into Wemby, he gets the dunk. It's a 2-point game. Can we get a missed free throw? Need one of these to miss. First is up, and it's good. And he hits them both. 13 seconds on the clock. We once again need a quick bucket, most likely a 3. It's Rick Fox for 3. No good. Another year of disappointment. Sean Kemp 38-11, Wemby 28-11, and the Mavericks have been eliminated. The Sixers win the finals once again. I think that might be 4 straight. And Chris Webber, the most dominant player in the league, 31, 13, and 8, 2.3 steals. Has Wemby returned to Dallas? No, he is not. Where has he left to? Victor Wembanyama has joined Jason Kidd in Atlanta. Finally gets the elite point guard he has been looking for, and we move to the Eastern Conference. All right, we move to the East. It's going to be a battle against Philly to get into the finals every single year. Please, can we finally do it? Chris Webber, another MVP, 29, 12, and 6, 1.4, 1.5. Dirk, Rookie of the Year for Phoenix, and Alonzo Mourning, Defensive Player of the Year for Minnesota. I think I might have said at the start of the season that it's year number 7. I was wrong. It is year number 8. And with the Atlanta Hawks, we are the 3 seed. Let's get right into our first round matchup. It is our first time not being the 1 or 2 seed in quite some time, as we are 1 game away from being eliminated. Game 5. Oh my God. Victor Wembanyama might be the biggest playoff choker of all time. We go down to the 6-seeded Hornets in round number 1, and nobody can stop Philly. Another championship and another Finals MVP for Chris Webber. Very quick year number 8 as we move on to year number 9. All right, here's the squad for the upcoming season. It's Wemby and Jason Kidd once again. They're here for 2 years at least. Wemby is here for 2 years at least. Kidd is here for 3. The supporting cast is not amazing, but hopefully they can do the job with these 2 guys at the front. Please, can we finally make some noise or just at least get back to the finals here in year number 9. Chris Webber, MVP yet again. I don't even know what he's at right now. I think he might be at 6 straight, something like that. 29, 13, 6, 1.1, 1.6. Baron Davis, Rookie of the Year. Alonzo Mourning, Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby has not gotten as many Defensive Player of the Years as I would have thought he would, but he is back on the All-NBA first team for Atlanta, who is once again the 3 seed, looking to make it out of the first round this year against the 6-seeded Washington Wizards. And we are going to do just that. We are the first team into the second round as we swept our way past those Washington Wizards, and we face off against the Charlotte Hornets, who no matter what seed they are, they just are always in the conference semis, like no matter what, as they take game 1 and game 2. Another year getting eliminated by a lower seed, and another year where Philly wins it all. Chris Webber, 34, 15, the stats just get better. 34, 15, 8, 1.2, 1.6. He's the GOAT. He's actually the GOAT right now. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I have never seen someone dominate like this in a sim ever. Here's the squad for year number 10. Victor Wembanyama's last year of his deal with Atlanta. We'll see if he stays or once again joins a new team. Squad very similar. We once again have Jason Kidd. We've got our 180 plus, and then a bunch of role players in the mid to high 70s. I don't know, there's really nothing else more to say. Just a whole lot of postseason disappointment in his career so far. See what he can do in year number 10. Chris Webber, another MVP for the Philadelphia 76ers. 28 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.6 blocks. Kenyon Martin, Rookie of the Year. And Shaq, Defensive Player of the Year. Shaq's on the Sixers. No wonder they've been so good. The Atlanta Hawks had a very mediocre season. We are the 6th seed. As we actually go up 2-0, and we are through. Wow. All right, well, we make our way through the... Philly went down. Oh my God, please. Philadelphia lost to the 8-seeded Charlotte Hornets, who are just... They're unbeatable in the playoffs. They're the greatest postseason team of all time. Here we go. Facing off against 2-seeded Indy. This is probably, like, just as important as the finals we have had over the last couple years. And we go down 2-0. 3-0. 3-1. 3-2. 3-3. Oh my gosh. Please. Please. Let's hop into Simcast. Can we come back down 3-0? Here we go. 106-106 on the road. A chance to go to the conference finals for the first time with Atlanta. Wemby, fade away. He misses. He misses the wide open shot. 21 seconds to go. They're probably going to wind the clock here as we got him trapped. Plays in motion. 5 seconds to go. It's Garnett in the midi. He misses. Timeout, 2 seconds to go. We have a chance to hit a buzzer beater to move ourselves on. Harrington to inbound. Gets it into Jason Kidd. Kidd for the win! And he misses. Oh my God. Here we go. 119, 121. It's going to be Indiana's ball. I don't know if we're going to foul. I think we're going to let them waste the clock here. It's the same play they ran earlier. 5 seconds to go. Into Garnett. It's a midi from Garnett. Misses. 3 seconds. We don't have a timeout. Full court shot. And he missed it. Another year in the playoffs where we go down. Kevin Garnett, 32 and 16. Wemby, 29 and 12. And that Pacers team wins the finals. Just to make it hurt even more. Garnett, Finals MVP, 32, 15 and 6. 4 blocks a game. At least it wasn't Philly, but man, that hurts. Here we go. Is Wemby still with the Hawks? No, he is not. He has joined another team. Where has he gone this time? Victor Wembanyama has joined the Lakers along with young Paul Pierce, Gilbert Anthony, Rip Hamilton, Earl Boykin, Spencer Madsen, Reggie Ewing, Morris Peterson. We got a young squad for Wemby to work with here. Once again, a 3-year deal for him. We're going to be here for year 11, 12, and 13 with the Lakers at a minimum. Then we'll see if he stays here even longer. Back in the Western Conference for Wemby. Chris Webber, the greatest player of all time, continues his form. 24 points, 6, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, another MVP. Gilbert Arenas, Rookie of the Year. And Wemby, finally, a Defensive Player of the Year for the first time in so long. 1.7, 2.5 for Victor Wembanyama, and also All-NBA first team and the 4 seed in the Western Conference. We face off against the 5-seeded Sacramento Kings, and we make quick work of Sacramento here in the first round, a 3-1 defeat, as we now face off against the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, the Phoenix Suns, who had Minnesota take them all the way to Game 5 as they take the first 2, and we get swept. Another year where Victor Wembanyama is not in the finals. It has been too long, and it is the Sixers who are back on top, this time in 7 games, of course, led by Chris Webber, 22, 11, 5, 1 steal, 1.7 blocks. Here is the look at the Lakers squad for year number 12. It is very, very, very similar to last year. Zach Randolph already up to a 77 overall. Hopefully we can get him to make some improvements here in the next couple of seasons, because God knows we need it. Let's see what we can do here in year number 12. Chris Webber, another MVP, 23, 12, 6, 1.1, 1.3. Yao Ming, Rookie of the Year for Denver. Victor Wembanyama, another Defensive Player of the Year. Now he's starting to rack up the accolades and another All-NBA first team. Yeah. We missed the playoffs. Finally, the Philadelphia 76ers aren't the 1 seed. It actually went down in the first round of the playoffs there. And the Wizards win the finals, led by Marcus Camby, 27, 10, 2, 1 steal, 3 blocks per game. And a very quick season for us there as we move on to year number 13. Here's a look at the squad for Victor Wembanyama's final year of his deal with the Lakers. The squad looks much improved. Wemby is a 96. Pierce is a 92, Rip Hamilton is a 90, Zach Randolph's up to an 80, and Jason Williams is a part of the team now as an 80 overall. This team just got a whole lot better. 5 80 pluses, 3 90 pluses. We missed the playoffs a year ago. Can we finally do it here in year number 13? Finally, somebody new. Tracy McGrady, MVP here in year number 13. 25, 7, 8, 1.5, 1.7. Victor Wembanyama, another first team All-NBA. And for your Lakers, a little disappointing, to be honest. We had a very, very good team. I was expecting a little bit more, but I'm happy to be back in the playoffs with at least a chance to make a run as we face off against the 5-seeded Houston Rockets here in the first round. And first round series are now 7-game series, so no longer the 5-game series of the past, as we blew a 2-0 lead there. But we do make it through in 6 games where we will face off against the 1 seed in the Western Conference, the Portland Trailblazers. They take the first 2. And we get dominated once again. It has been too long since we have been in the finals, since we've been in the conference finals, to be honest. And the Blazers just walked their way to the championship here, led by Lamar Odom, 29, 7, 7, 1.5, 1.3. He has left. The dude just cannot stay loyal. He has joined a new team once again. 32-year-old Victor Wembanyama has joined the team he beat just a season ago in the playoffs, and he has joined the Houston Rockets. I'm guessing he's just going for an MVP case here, because the team around him is not tremendous. He does have 4 80-plus overalls and 1 near 90 with Gilbert Anthony. As he reaches the peak of his career and things start to go downward from here on out, he is a 96 overall, looking to get some of the best individual seasons of his career. All right, he's here on another 3-year deal. Let's see what he can do in those next 3 seasons with the Houston Rockets. Gilbert Arenas, MVP in year number 14. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 1.4 steals. Dwight Howard, Rookie of the Year. And Victor Wembanyama adds another Defensive Player of the Year to his list. And another first-team All-NBA as well, and another top seed in the Western Conference. It has been a long time since I have been able to say that. We are the number 1 seed out west. Face off against Golden State here in round number 1. And we cruise through in 5 games. A chance to go to the conference finals for the first time in what feels like forever, as we face off against the 4-seeded Utah Jazz. And we split the first 4, 3-2. And we are through and back into the conference finals, where we face off against the Portland Trailblazers, the team that beat us just a season ago. We match up with them once again as they go up 2-0. 2-2 at home for Game 5. And we take it. We rip off 3 straight, and we are 1 win away from heading back to the finals for the first time in so long. And we are through. The Houston Rockets are in the NBA Finals. Victor Wembanyama is in the NBA Finals, and we face off against the 3-seeded New Jersey Nets with a chance at Wemby's first ring of the Sim in year number 14. We take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. Let's hop into Simcast. We are 1 win away. They take game 4, but no worries. We now have a chance to do it at home. Victor Wembanyama is at the line, and he sinks the first to put us up 4 with 11 seconds on the clock. And he hits them both. The Nets need a miracle to win now. It's a quick 3 for Wally Szczerbiak, and he actually hits it. Got a 2-point game. We're gonna need to hit our free throws here. We are not out of this yet. First free throw is up and good. Second one also knocked down. They are out of timeouts. No good. Duncan on the rebound, and they are out of time. The Houston Rockets and Victor Wembanyama are NBA champions. It took 14 years, but Victor Wembanyama is finally at the top. There we are, holding up the trophy. Wemby 27, 7-4, 3 steals, 2 blocks in Game 5. And the Rockets are NBA champions. Gilbert Anthony gets the Finals MVP. I don't even care Wemby didn't get it, because we finally got a ring. 28 points, 9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.2 blocks, and 0.5 steals. Finally, squad looks very, very similar to a season ago here in year number 15. I mean, pretty much the exact same squad. We were the 1 seed in the West. We won the Finals. Let's see if we can go back-to-back. Chris Webber back to winning MVP, 22.5, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Chris Paul, Rookie of the Year, and Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. For Wemby, another great regular season, as we are the 3 seed in the West, where we face off against the 6-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves, as they actually take the first 2 games 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. Stop into Simcast for Game 7. And we get first rounded by Minnesota. Mar Odom, Alonzo Mourning. They knock us off in 7 games. Wow. The Cavs win the NBA championship, led by Peja Stojakovic, 26, 7, and 4, 1.3 blocks, 44.7% from 3, and a disappointing year number 15. Here's the squad for year number 16, and really the first chance that we could see Wemby retire. I still really doubt that he will retire, but there is a chance. Just 1 year left on his deal with the Rockets. So let's get right into year number 16. LeBron James wins an MVP with the Seattle Supersonics, 27, 6, 7.5, 2.3 steals, 1.6 blocks. Andrea Bargnani, Rookie of the Year. LeBron James also wins Defensive Player of the Year. As for the Houston Rockets, another 3 seed, back-to-back seasons of being the 3 seed, and this time it is the Utah Jazz that we see in the first round as we go up 3-0, and it's a dominant display. We win in 5 games, and we face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the team that beat us a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. They are up to the 2 seed now as we split the first 2. Up 3-2, a chance to head back to the conference finals, and we do. A much better playoff run than I was expecting from us as we face off against the 4-seeded Phoenix Suns with a chance to go back to the finals as we split the first 2. Split the first 4. 3-2. Season on the line, and it's another Game 7 in the conference finals. And a dominant display sees us back in the finals. Wemby only a 12-11-7, but it doesn't matter. We are back in the finals. A chance for Wemby to win his 2nd ring. Both of them would come with the Rockets if he does get this done here, as we face off against the 4-seeded Milwaukee Bucks in these finals, as we quickly go up 2-0, 2-1. We split the first 4. We blow the 2-0 lead, and the Bucks rip off 4 straight. We blow a 2-0 lead to Allen Iverson and the Milwaukee Bucks. 27-3-9, 2.5 steals for Allen Iverson. And that was not it for Victor Wembanyama. He is still going. Let's see where he has gone for the last stretch of his career. For year 17 and year 18, Victor Wembanyama is staying with the Houston Rockets. We will see. This could be his last contract in the NBA, just a 2-year deal, the shortest contract of his entire career. We did lose Gilbert, but it is all okay. We have a very, very similar squad to the ones we've had the last couple of years with the low 80s, 290 pluses. Let's see what we can do in year number 17. LeBron James goes back-to-back for the Seattle Supersonics, 26, 7, and 8, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks. Durant, Rookie of the Year for the Nets, and LeBron James also wins Defensive Player of the Year. For the Houston Rockets, it was horrible. I believe we were the 12th seed to end the season, as we did not get anywhere near the playoffs. And it is the LeBron James-led Seattle Supersonics who take it in 2008, 29, 6, 11, 2.2 steals, 1.2 blocks. He is already at the top as Wemby's career rolls to an end. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Let's see if this is the final season he year for Victor Wembanyama. And here's the squad for year number 18 of the sim. Just 1 year left on his deal. Squad is almost the exact same. We do have Andre Kirilenko now, but as much as I love him, I don't think that's going to be enough of an impact. Hopefully, we can make our way into the playoffs one last time for Vic. Gilbert Arenas, MVP for the Sacramento Kings, 31, 7, and 9, 1.4, 1 block per game. Derrick Rose, Rookie of the Year for the Boston Celtics. That looks ugly. LeBron DPOY for the Rockets. Another year of disappointment, which means another year of missing the playoffs. It is the Suns who win it all in 4 games, 29, 9, 7, 1.3. And Victor Wembanyama is still around. Where has he gone? Wemby is not done yet. 1 year deal with the Rockets to make it 19 years in the NBA. Let's see what he could do in this last season. We'll see if he's going to play until he absolutely cannot anymore. Year 19, let's get underway. Bron wins MVP in what is likely the last season for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 29, 7, 8, 2.3, 1.6. Steph Curry, Rookie of the Year for the Mavericks, and LeBron James, Defensive Player of the Year as well. Wemby makes first team All-NBA at the age of 38, and we face off against the Dallas Mavericks, his former team, in round number 1. They are going to make very quick work of us. Oh, maybe not. No way. We come back down 3-0, but we get eliminated anyways. Of course. I think it's the second time we've come back down 3-0 and lost in Game 7. That is likely Wemby's last game, and he put up 27 points, 4 rebounds, and no assists. It is the Magic who beat the Lakers in 7 games, led by Kyle Lowry, 25, 6, and 11. Can't say that's who I was expecting to see. And there it is. After 19 years in the NBA, Victor Wembanyama has retired. His career averaged 23 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 2.5 blocks. He started with San Antonio, and then he went on a very long journey around the NBA. Started in San Antonio for 4 years, then headed to Dallas, then headed to Atlanta, then headed to the Lakers, and then finished it off with 6 seasons for the Houston Rockets. His best individual season looks like this one with Atlanta in 99 and 2000, 29 points per game, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.6 steals, 2.5 blocks. His highest blocks in a season was in 96-97. He averaged 3.1 blocks per game for the Dallas Mavericks. And then on to his accolades, just a one-time NBA champion despite multiple appearances, and he did not even get the Finals MVP. Won it in 2005 with the Houston Rockets, a 2-time MVP, back-to-back in 94, 95, 19-time All-Star. He was an All-Star every year of his career. First-team All-NBA 15 times, including the last 9 seasons of his career. Absolutely incredible. Made second-team All-NBA 3 times and Defensive Player of the Year 6 times, including 5 straight from 2002 to 2006. Now, a guy I want to take a quick look at is Chris Webber, because take a look at this set of accolades. 7-time NBA champion, 9-time MVP, 7-time Finals MVP. He was a Finals MVP in 6 consecutive seasons, an MVP for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive seasons. A 15-time All-Star and 12-time first-team All-NBA. One of the greatest peaks we have ever seen from Chris Webber. I just wanted to take a quick look at that. But yeah, that will do it for the sim. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. As I said in the beginning of the video, if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comment sections down below, and I will be sure to get to them. If you want to hang out with me while I make these videos, my Twitch is WardyBoss30YT. I'll put it up on the screen right now. I make all my videos over there, so if you want to come hang out for the 2-3 hours that I make these videos, be sure to follow me and turn my notifications on. As always, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and hit that bell so you can be one of the first people to see the new videos. Once again, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.